An electrifying storm of revelations has rocked the sports and entertainment worlds as Gervonta Davis and Mike Tyson unleashed their reactions to Floyd Mayweather's sentence in the courtroom. In a dramatic twist, legendary figures unite to address the explosive aftermath of hidden secrets, clandestine gatherings, and a labyrinth of undercover communications. This sensational saga, blending high-stakes legal drama with the mystique of elite networking, promises to captivate audiences. Get ready for a deep dive into unexpected alliances, explosive revelations, and a transformation of celebrity culture that will leave you breathless and yearning for more insight. Prepare for an unforgettable journey. In the unfolding drama that has captured the collective attention of fans and analysts alike, the courtroom verdict against Floyd Mayweather marked not only a pivotal moment for one of boxing's greatest icons, but also the spark that ignited far-reaching ripples across the worlds of sports, business, and high society. Behind the imposing walls of justice, a complex narrative emerged, a narrative interwoven with whispers of secret meetings, encrypted communications, and an expansive network of influential figures whose covert interactions have long been shrouded in mystery. According to recent reports, a landmark FBI investigation has uncovered layers of hidden data buried deep within Mayweather's encrypted smartphone, data that goes beyond simple financial inconsistencies. This treasure trove of digital information included voice memos, coded text exchanges, and confidential multimedia records that collectively paint a picture of a clandestine realm operating beneath the facade.
It's like now it's like so much of people be so like good at that, like they like match him up with him. Like that's it. Like that. I don't think that's people was doing that like at the time, but they wasn't just jumping weight class to weight class. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pacquiao did it when he was like it was time that he built himself up to. You know me? It wasn't just like, you know. Now it's just like whoever great, just make them fight each other. Like, you know, whoever look great type shit. But you know.
Is that where we stand right now with Canelo Crawford? Yeah. Is that where we stand with Canelo Crawford? Because we're saying just because both are great, everybody wants to face each other. So is that
facade of glamour and wealth? Cybersecurity experts were left dumbfounded by the sophisticated encryption methods employed, suggesting the involvement of highly trained professionals, adept at data obfuscation. It is now believed that this network of secrecy was not limited solely to Mayweather's personal affairs, but extended into elite gatherings, sometimes referred to colloquially as freak-off events. These were not your typical parties. They were high-level networking summits where power brokers from sports, music, and various business sectors convened in luxurious, often hidden locations. The ambiance of these events was far removed from the ordinary, a mix of subdued lighting, hushed conversations, and guarded glances, where discussions of strategic alliances and off-the-books ventures replaced the usual superficial chatter. Among the notable names allegedly present at these gatherings were Floyd Mayweather himself, alongside prominent figures from the entertainment industry, including Diddy, who played a key role in orchestrating secretive collaborations aimed at capitalizing on the celebrity mystique. Sources close to the investigation suggest that the FBI's operation was not limited to a single breakthrough, but instead revealed an entire ecosystem of covert activities. Hidden within the digital archives of Mayweather's smartphone were thousands of voice notes in which the boxing legend is heard speaking candidly about the pressures of maintaining a public persona, as well as the private burdens of financial and legal mismanagement. One such recording captured a moment of introspection where Mayweather admitted, "I thought I was untouchable," a sentiment that resonated deeply once the reality of his situation began to emerge.
He's on that side, so he got to say things that, you know, like, I don't like that guy. Like, come on, bro, you don't know me. Talking about my security. My security got to be like, and that's also showing that people's real character, like, you know, even like the code, alright, cool. Let's just say like the, I don't want to get into guys like.
What's a bigger fight for you? You versus Floyd or you versus Anyway? Because I know you don't like talking about Anyway, but you know what I mean, that fight, that's Godzilla versus King Kong right there.
But it's like, that's like, I gotta fight for everybody. He just said like, this guy is 3, 4 weight class. Like that's what it is.
Another recording, laden with raw emotion, revealed his admission that the thrill of the fight blinded me, exposing the human vulnerabilities behind the facade of invincibility that fans had long revered. These intimate reflections not only offered a glimpse into his personal torment, but also fueled widespread public speculation about the factors that contributed to his dramatic downfall. The domino effect of Mayweather's legal troubles extended well beyond his personal finances and reputation. Court documents combined with insider testimonies began to outline a scenario in which Mayweather's empire, a dazzling display of wealth, opulence, and athletic success, had long been propped up by a series of dubious financial maneuvers. Claims to vast real estate holdings, such as the flaunted ownership of 62 buildings, showcased in numerous social posts and televised interviews, were suddenly called into question. Thorough investigations revealed that these properties, once a cornerstone of his self-made millionaire image, were not supported by any authentic documentation. Rather, they appeared to be part of a well-executed display of financial bravado, designed to project an image of unfettered prosperity. Even as internal fissures widened, analysts and tax experts began to dissect this carefully constructed facade, positing that the discrepancies might be indicative of deliberate misrepresentations intended to obscure underlying financial vulnerabilities. Amid this whirlwind of scandal and revelation, two prominent voices in the boxing world, Gervonta Davis and Mike Tyson, stepped forward to share their thoughts, further intensifying public interest.
Scumbag. It's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. It just I don't know.
Would you entertain a conversation like someone raised you guys just for the sake of just you said he doesn't really know you?
Who?
Just Terrence, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't even hear. I'm just not there with you.
But what you were saying about that?
Well, it was just the fact that is there a possible that the grid, like, if someone could call you guys talk like, hey, I didn't like this because how us media we ask questions.
I mean, it just if you say he don't like me, it's like fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I mean, like me personally, I don't know him. Like, I don't know him personally. I actually like the way he fights and shit. But
is there a confusion though, or is maybe the people?
No, it's just.
Gervonta Davis, known for his dynamic fighting style and candid personality, remarked during a post-courtroom press conference, "I never imagined we would see secrets of this magnitude surface. When I heard about the encrypted data, I immediately knew that there was something more than just financial missteps at play." His commentary conveyed both disbelief and a sense of betrayal, hinting at the possibility that even the most celebrated figures could be entangled in the shadowy side of celebrity economics. Mike Tyson, whose storied career as a champion boxer is only rivaled by his reputation as a truth-teller, added, "It's a roller coaster, a real-life drama that surpasses any movie. The hidden data, the secret gatherings, it's like watching an unfolding spectacle where the stakes are as high as the punches thrown in the ring." Their reactions, laden with personal insight and raw emotion, not only validated the gravity of the situation, but also underscored the pervasive impact that these revelations were having on the sport and its culture. As the legal proceedings dragged on, the narrative began to shift from one solely concerned with financial impropriety to a broader inquiry into the nature of celebrity and the price of success. Social commentators and industry veterans alike questioned whether the allure of immense wealth and fame had blinded these icons to the perils of overextension. The chatter was not just about tax evasion or misrepresented assets. It was a full-blown cultural critique on how the structures that once celebrated larger-than-life images were now being forced to reckon with the dark underbelly of that same allure. The once impregnable image of Mayweather as the paragon.
He didn't know how good I was and how I would have handled the situation, so he just threw me out there.
Why do you think he did that?
He was hurt. I mean, not even hurt, he was just dead. First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. How the fuck would you say Terrence Crawford should fight? Beat his ass. That don't make no fucking sense.
That's crazy.
You don't never want to see nobody do better than him.
You was next in line. He saw you next in line.
Is there like
Last question, guys. Gotta wrap up.
is there like a love-hate for Floyd though? Like you love the fighter and
yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad.
Oh, you're good, man.
And he, but I don't want to say like
of athletic. Success was now punctured by revelations that depicted him as a man grappling with the burdens of unsustainable ambition and relentless public scrutiny. Central to this narrative was the role of advanced technology in unmasking hidden truths. Into today's digital age, the very devices that we use to connect have become vaults of our most guarded secrets. The FBI's ability to decrypt the data stored on Mayweather's smartphone is a testament to the prowess of modern cybersecurity techniques and an ominous reminder that no digital fortress is entirely impregnable. Experts in the field have pointed out that the encryption techniques employed were nothing short of state-of-the-art, raising immediate questions about who else might have access to similarly hidden networks of information. The possibility that a cadre of professionals operating behind the scenes to manage these digital enigmas has only added an extra layer of intrigue and urgency to the investigation. Within this broader context of digital espionage, the so-called freak-off gatherings emerged as a particularly captivating subplot. These events, shrouded in mystery and whispered about in elite circles, were reportedly designed to facilitate secret discussions and discreet business ventures that could shape the future of entertainment and sports industries. Far from being mere opportunities for indulgence, these meetings were platforms for strategic planning, venues where deals were struck behind closed doors, away from the invasive glare of the media and public regulation. Participants in these covert summits, who were said to include some of the most influential figures in their respective fields, exchanged ideas and forged alliances that
some money, you feel me? But when I was legit to be able to get out the hood, that's what I did.
And you know, again, like not talking specifically about him, but just people in general, like I had to learn that coming up that like a motherfucker will put you in a position to always need him. And like to the world, it might look like that's a great person. But like to somebody to understand, you understand like what Kendrick Lamar say? Nah, that's a master manipulator. Like, cause if I gotta put you in a position that always need me, you always gotta, I'm gonna just give you crumbs. And we hear it a lot. Like if I'm a billionaire, if I'm a millionaire, nigga, what's $1,000? You know what I'm trying to say? But to you who don't have it is a lot. And I know you gonna go to war for that $1,000. So me understanding that, $48 of plot power, I'm gonna always feed you a little bit so you can be excited and do just enough to come back around.
But I ain't really, just put me in a position to be able to, you know, make my own thing. And I don't want to say no name, but they wind up catching it. The people that's over top of me, I mean, like, I was signed to him and Floyd signed to him. So the person that, he said, okay, cool.
defied the conventional wisdom of business and celebrity management. The encrypted records have now provided an unprecedented glimpse into these secret worlds, suggesting that the allure of opulence and the power of exclusivity remain potent forces driving the behavior of today's global elite. In several lengthy voice memo exchanges, Mayweather himself is heard discussing the enormous pressures of sustaining his lavish lifestyle amid growing legal and financial challenges. In one memorable clip, his tone shifts from confident bravado to a reflective vulnerability, as he confided, "I always believed my empire was built on my own rules, but those rules are now being rewritten before my eyes." Such candid admissions have resonated deeply with audiences who see in them a microcosm of the broader disillusionment that can accompany fame and fortune. The revelations from his phone have now become a catalyst for a larger conversation about accountability, the ephemeral nature of success, and the often overlooked human cost of living in a world where public and private realities collide. Industry insiders have speculated that the secretive nature of these digital communications might imply an even larger network of individuals who are complicit in the ongoing charade. The fragmented digital trail, composed of hidden voice messages, coded text exchanges, and even encrypted videos, appears to trace connections to a wide-ranging network of professionals who specialize in safeguarding sensitive financial and personal data. This emerging picture suggests that the scandal may only be the tip of the iceberg, with a vast, complex system of shadow networks lying in wait to be exposed. While the FBI's investigation continues to unravel,
People would have called that. Like he scheduled a fight when I'm fighting, and I was signed to him.
Do you think that's a relationship that y'all could like mend? Have y'all mended or?
No, I just like, it's more so like, I respect them, and I no, I wouldn't say I respect. I appreciate him. I appreciate him for what he done, because he did, like, you know, he did help me out. He definitely helped me out, but it was more so like, he would say that he gave me like money to get my mom out the hood, but me being from the hood, 10, 15,000, that's not, after a couple months, she gonna be back in the hood, and I'm gonna be back asking you for money. Nah, why would I do that? I give her a couple dollars, feel me, and I take some whatever whenever you need.
Travel these intricate threads, one thing is clear. The digital footprints left behind in Mayweather's devices have ignited a firestorm of questions that extend far beyond one man's legal and financial woes. Amid the chaos of court proceedings and relentless media scrutiny, Gervonta Davis continued to voice his opinions in interviews and social media posts that underscored the gravity of the situation. This isn't just a personal matter for Floyd. It's a wake-up call for the entire community, Davis declared in a recent interview. His words spoke to the broader implications of the case, highlighting the vulnerability of public figures who operate within an ecosystem that is as unforgiving as it is glamorous. He emphasized that the revelations were not meant to cast aspersions on anyone's character, but to serve as an important reminder of the pitfalls of unchecked ambition in an era where digital imprints can expose even the most well-guarded secrets. Mike Tyson, meanwhile, offered a perspective that bridged the gap between raw athletic power and the nuanced complexities of modern celebrity culture. In the ring, every blow counts, and you learn quickly that even the best can fall if they're not vigilant. These revelations are a stark reminder that no matter how high you climb, the ground is never as far away as you think, Tyson commented during a live broadcast. His remarks resonated with fans around the world, stirring debates on the role of public accountability in the age of digital transparency. Tyson's reflections were imbued with a sense of practical wisdom born out of years of experience in a sport that leaves little room for error, a message that was both cautionary and inspirational. As the story continued to develop,
I don't want to go too deep into it, because I don't want to bring up but it was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat. So they sent it to Floyd, and Floyd bugged out.
Okay.
So that's what made it like.
And you think that was a downfall of y'all career? I mean, y'all
No, it was a
relationship, not
downfall.
career.
Yeah,
relationship.
It wasn't a downfall of my career. I mean, my our relationship, because it was more things that he was doing. Like,
He scheduled a fight, I think, during like your fight or something. I don't think they did it,
yeah,
but
stuff like that.
promoting.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But just little stuff that people wouldn't like catch unless like you see how like you quote a lot.
other aspects of Mayweather's life began to surface, further complicating the narrative. The previously lauded financial empire started to appear as a carefully curated illusion, maintained through a combination of savvy public relations and aggressive misinformation. In a series of interviews with trusted financial journalists, Mayweather's former advisors revealed that many of the lavish claims about his real estate and business ventures were built on shaky foundations. The supposed ownership of an impressive portfolio of properties, once showcased as a testament to his business acumen, was now undermined by missing paperwork, unverifiable transactions, and contradictory reports from local authorities. This disconnect between public perception and private reality has fueled a burgeoning movement for transparency in celebrity finance, with experts urging stricter oversight and more rigorous accounting standards for high-profile individuals. In an unexpected twist, the decrypted data also hinted at collaborations that went far beyond the expected realm of boxing and entertainment. Investigators uncovered encrypted files that detailed meetings with figures from diverse industries, including technology innovators, fashion moguls, and even political strategists. These files suggested that the secret gatherings were not solely social events, but strategic think tanks where ideas were exchanged that could potentially reshape multiple facets of the modern economy. One particularly striking revelation was a recorded conversation where Mayweather discussed the potential of merging digital currencies with traditional sports betting, a concept that could revolutionize how financial transactions are conducted in the sport.
Throw you to the wayside.
Yeah, I mean, it just once you get around someone, you be looking up to these people so bad, and like once you get around, they don't be who they say they is or who they portray to be. You be like, damn, it's damn near like it's a letdown. So you be more so hurt off, So it's like I just go my own way, like I do my own thing and things like that. So that's more so that's what it was, and that's cool. It's just like you just don't vibe with like what they on, and that's I mean, I've been in a situation where though, like I was in a lose situation. Now what came out still on top
with Floyd? You said what was the lose situation? What you mean?
Just little situation that he put me in to, make me lose. But he thought I was gonna lose. But
you talking about like
world, this intersection of technology, finance, and celebrity adds yet another layer of intrigue to an already complex story. Within this complex web of intrigue, the role of social media cannot be understated. As news of the investigation spread, platforms exploded with theories, fan interpretations, and heated discussions about the fall from grace of a once revered icon. Hashtags celebrating both the rise and the alleged downfall of the boxing legend trended for days, turning digital spaces into modern public squares for debate and analysis. Critics argued that the case should serve as a cautionary tale for all public figures about the dangers of living a double life, while supporters maintained that the revelations were simply the natural consequence of a high-octane lifestyle that merged the public with the private in unpredictable ways. This digital fervor forced traditional media outlets to reassess their coverage of celebrity scandals, giving rise to a new era of investigative journalism where every tweet, voice memo, and encrypted file is scrutinized for clues. The intense spotlight on Mayweather's legal predicament has also spurred discussions on the broader implications for celebrity culture at large. The confluence of high-profile legal challenges, financial discrepancies, and secretive digital communications has prompted a reassessment of what it means to live a life in the public eye. Scholars, cultural critics, and economists alike are now debating whether the glamour traditionally associated with fame is sustainable when subjected to the rigor of modern accountability. The scandal has forced a conversation about the very nature of success and whether the relentless...
Yo, it's one thing I thought about when preparing for this interview. It's this idea of like idols becoming rivals, right? Like you came in the game, Floyd brought you in the game. And again, that was like the superhero story. It was like, like Floyd was the biggest boxer in the world. He came and got Tank, and it's like, that's what we needed when they talking to Baltimore. And like as time go on, again, I have no idea. You correct me at any time, but we see like just little back and forth between y'all two. And again, I have no idea, bro. So you can always stop me or correct me. We could whatever. But I'm looking at like it's crazy how people can put you in opportunities, right? But and I don't want to misspeak, but it just seems like it's because I've experienced it. People can, and maybe not for Floyd. So let me just preface that. It's like people can put you in opportunities because they can, but it's all to help them out. And then when you're not useful for them no more, they want to...
This pursuit of wealth and power inevitably leads to hidden vulnerabilities. It is a complex debate that touches on everything from the ethics of celebrity endorsements to the responsibilities of those in positions of influence toward the broader societal good. In the midst of these debates, new revelations continue to emerge from the labyrinth of encrypted data. Voice memos that were once dismissed as private musings are now being re-examined with fresh eyes, their content recontextualized in light of the latest court filings and insider testimonies. One such recording, which captured a moment of rare vulnerability, featured Mayweather lamenting the isolation he felt, even at the peak of his success. "I was surrounded by people every day, yet I never felt more alone," he confessed, an admission that has added a profoundly human dimension to the scandal. This sentiment has resonated with many fans who see in his struggle a reflection of their own battles with identity, loneliness, and the often unforgiving nature of public life. The investigation has also brought to light a host of previously unknown connections between various high-profile individuals. One of the most explosive elements of the case is the apparent involvement of an enigmatic network of advisors and intermediaries who played key roles behind the scenes. These individuals, whose identities are still emerging from the fog of secrecy, are believed to have orchestrated some of the most crucial elements of Mayweather's public image. Their expertise in digital security, financial structuring, and strategic communications provided the framework through which his empire was constructed and maintained. As the FBI continues to peel back the layers of
still the face of boxing without even competing. The reason why I'm the face of boxing is because of this. Every time boxing come on, you don't bring up Muhammad Ali name. You don't bring up Mike Tyson name. You always bring up Floyd Mayweather name because I'm still the face of boxing.
But what I don't understand though is that this is what the late Emmanuel Stewart said about you when you fought. He says, quote, "There have been very few more talented than this kid. He's going to win 2 or 3 world titles, and he's going to be the best ever." Emmanuel Stewart trained Holyfield, trained Lennox Lewis. He's trained some of the great fighters. Yes. And this is what he said about an up-and-coming Floyd Mayweather. Jim Lampley says, "I haven't seen anybody like this since Willie Pep." This is what people that's been around the sport of boxing, this is what they're saying about Floyd Mayweather. So I don't understand. Why are they jealous?
Because I speak my mind. I speak from the heart, and
obfuscation. The extent of their influence is becoming increasingly clear. A reminder that even the most glamorous personas are supported by a vast network of unsung operatives amid this sprawling narrative. Personal accounts from individuals close to the center of the storm have added a raw, emotional layer to the unfolding drama. A longtime friend of Mayweather recalled in an exclusive interview, he always carried this immense weight on his shoulders. Behind the confident exterior was a man deeply troubled by the contradictions of his world. Such testimonials underscore the human cost of a life lived in constant scrutiny, where the pressures of maintaining an image can lead to profound personal and emotional challenges. They remind us that behind every headline and sensational revelation lies a complex tapestry of personal struggles, ambitions, and the relentless desire for validation. The courtroom itself became a stage where these revelations were played out in real time, with every piece of evidence adding to the growing mosaic of public intrigue. As the trial progressed, expert A, witnesses and legal analysts dissected the intricate details of the case in a manner that rivaled the most riveting theatrical performances. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation. Every statement from Mayweather and every reaction from the audience carefully documented and analyzed by both supporters and critics. The legal proceedings not only provided a forum for the adjudication of financial and criminal wrongdoings, but also served as a cathartic moment for a community grappling with the duality of public adoration and private despair. In several candid moments, Mayweather himself offered his perspective on the
fighter. Their defense is their legs, where they can, when they was young, and at the top of their game, they could move. Right. Once their legs went away, then they sat and done a rope-a-dope.
Right.
Whereas that's why the Mayweather defense, and I don't want to hear nobody call it the Philly shell. It's the Mayweather defense. Because like I said before, I mastered it. Once you master it, it's mine now.
You took it over. But why don't you think you received the credit that you deserved?
I mean, jealousy. I speak my mind. I'm not like, it's not like the NFL. It's not like the NBA, where a lot of times the players can't really say what they want to say, right? Or do what they really want to do.
Right. You're on the team. They'll cut you, and then you'll be out.
Well, me myself, like you look at Colin Kaepernick.
Correct.
When he took a stand on what he believed in, you gotta go.
Right.
So a lot of time when these guys take certain stands, you gotta go. Mm-hmm. Whereas you can't tell me I gotta go, because at the end of the day, even right now, Floyd Mayweather is
a cascade of events that had led to his legal predicament. During one widely circulated recording, he was heard stating, "Every decision I made was part of a plan. Even when the pieces didn't seem to fit at the time, I believed in the art of the hustle, even if it meant walking a tightrope between brilliance and downfall." These reflections have sparked spirited debates among fans and commentators alike, with some hailing his unapologetic attitude as a sign of visionary ambition, while others view it as a stark reminder of the perils of unchecked self-confidence. His words have been dissected in countless replays, each iteration adding another layer to the legend that surrounds his tumultuous career. As more evidence emerges and public sentiment continues to evolve, the case stands as a testament to the intricate interplay between celebrity, technology, and accountability. Every new piece of information not only adds depth to the narrative, but also challenges our understanding of how power is wielded and maintained in a world where digital footprints can unmask even the most carefully guarded secrets. The shockwaves emanating from the courtroom have stirred a broader discussion about the ethical dimensions of digital privacy, the responsibilities of public figures, and the ever-increasing complexity of managing a multifaceted public image in an era where every action is broadcast to millions. The reverberations of the scandal have not been confined solely to the realms of sports and entertainment. Political figures, academic experts, and policymakers have all joined the conversation, debating whether new regulatory measures are needed to ensure transparency in the financial dealings of high-profile individuals. Some policymakers argue that the case of Floyd...
I mean, we just telling the truth. And I love Ali, of course. Next, let's go.
But Floyd, here's the thing.
I don't want to hear it. Next, let's go.
Floyd, you're 49-0. I mean, you're 50-0. You won belts in 5 different weight classes.
Give me another fighter. Come on, let's go.
Because everybody else has a defeat. That's the Jordan argument. Because Jordan hadn't had any defeats in the finals.
You know what? I got one for you. You just said Sugar Ray Robinson, right?
Yes.
You had, he had 180, 200 fights?
He was 175, 19, and 6.
And I still beat more world champions than him. So talk to me.
Okay, Roy Jones Jr.
Still beat more world champions than Roy Jones. And Roy Jones, and I take my hat off to Roy Jones. But did you know, see, I always said this, Roy Jones, love Roy Jones. Roy Jones and Muhammad Ali is the same.
Floyd Mayweather is emblematic of a larger systemic problem, a situation where the lack of robust oversight has allowed influential figures to operate in a shadowy domain, far removed from the accountability that is demanded in other sectors of society. Legal scholars are now calling for reforms that would impose stricter guidelines on the reporting of financial assets and the management of digital records, highlighting the need for a legislative framework that can keep pace with the rapid evolution of technology. Throughout these far-reaching developments, the narrative has been punctuated by the voices of those who remain determined to see justice done. In one particularly memorable moment, a seasoned legal analyst remarked, "This case goes beyond personal failings. It is a mirror reflecting the contradictions of our modern era, where success and secrecy walk hand in hand." Such observations have resonated with a public eager for clarity amid the swirling chaos of scandal and intrigue. The discourse has evolved from mere tabloid chatter into a sophisticated debate that interrogates not only the legal dimensions of the case but also the broader implications for the culture of celebrity and the ethics of discretion in a digital age. The human element of the story, underscored by the raw and unguarded moments captured in voice memos, has further deepened public engagement. Fans across the globe have found themselves empathizing with a figure who, despite his larger-than-life persona, appears to be as vulnerable and fallible as anyone else. The intimate confessions reveal a man haunted by the ghosts of his past decisions and burdened by the weight of a legacy that now seems as precarious as it is illustrious. In quiet moments,
Come on, wow. We got Rocky Marciano off there. So if he 49-0 and I'm 50-0, okay, so he 49, I'm 50-0, which that even if we both were still 49-0, we talking about the accomplishments. So we know I accomplished more than he did. Go to another guy. Let's go.
But Floyd, here's the thing.
I don't want to hear it. Let's go.
Okay, you want another guy? Okay. Another guy. Okay, Ali.
Is Ali the same fighter that got beat by a fighter with 7 fights? Leon Spinks beat Muhammad Ali when he only had 7 fights.
Yes.
And if we really tell the truth, if we really tell the truth,
well, that's what you're here for. You're here to tell the truth.
What's the heavyweight guy that Ali fought 3 times? Ken Norton, actually.
Ken Norton.
Ken Norton really beat Ali all 3 times. Go back and look at the fights.
Of reflection, Mayweather's own words echo as a poignant reminder that behind every celebrated image lies the complex reality of human imperfection. As the investigation wears on, and the layers of secrecy continue to peel away, the impact of the revelations is now unmistakable. The encrypted data and the clandestine meetings have transformed from mere points of curiosity into symbols of a deeper societal conundrum. The tension between public adulation and private reality, between the glitter of fame and the murkiness of hidden truths. The unfolding drama has served as a catalyst for a broader cultural reckoning, one in which the lines between celebrity and accountability are redrawn with every new piece of evidence. It is a powerful reminder that in a world inundated with information, even the most pristine images of success can conceal turbulent undercurrents of deception and regret. In the wake of the revelations, media outlets have dedicated countless hours to piecing together the fragments of a story that spans continents and industries. Investigative journalists have followed every digital trail, scrutinizing documents, re-examining old interviews, and connecting dots that had previously remained isolated. The result is a sprawling narrative that defies simple categorization, a story that melds the glitz of international celebrity with the gritty reality of financial mismanagement and legal entanglements. It is a narrative that, despite its complexity, is telling us something fundamental about the nature of modern fame, that every secret, no matter how deeply buried, will eventually come to light. Gervonta Davis and Mike Tyson have remained vocal.
Made him look like it was 5 years too late.
Right.
And that's how that's the greatness of him.
Yes.
Everybody that he fought, they're like, what? He beat Sugar Shane Mosley. He beat Sugar Shane Mosley.
Shane caught him. Shane caught him in the second round.
Yeah.
Almost hurt him.
Yeah.
Almost dropped him.
But you look at the champions that this man beat and made them look mundane and beating them.
Right. Did you talk about Mayweather, right?
Mayweather.
I would say the same about Jordan, but that's a different
Oh, there you go. No.
I mean, I'm glad that you heard that. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. You know, because Jordan will make you look like you're less than what you are.
Like before Scotty?
LeBron would beat you.
I know he ain't.
But MJ would make you look like less than what you are.
I know Scotty.
You see the difference?
Throughout the unfolding saga, their candid reactions resonating with fans who see in their words a blend of shock, empathy, and a call for introspection. In a recent interview that spread like wildfire on social media, Davis remarked, "Seeing everything unfold, you realize that no one is immune to the consequences of their choices. It's a lesson for us all, a reminder that every achievement comes with its own set of challenges." Tyson, known for his frank demeanor, added, "Sometimes the most important battles we fight are not in the ring but within ourselves. What Floyd is going through is a testament to that inner struggle, and it's a wake-up call for anyone who thinks that success is forever guaranteed." Their reflections added a deeply personal dimension to the public discourse, inviting not only scrutiny, but also compassion and a broader understanding of the toll that public life can exact on even its most celebrated figures. As the investigation advances, the role of digital forensics continues to capture the imagination of those following the case. Experts from a variety of fields have weighed in on the technical mastery behind the encrypted data, emphasizing that the level of sophistication observed is emblematic of an entire industry dedicated to stealth, discretion, and the safeguarding of sensitive information. Their analyses have not only reinforced the seriousness of the findings, but have also prompted a reevaluation of how digital privacy is maintained among high-profile individuals. In an era where every swipe, tap, and recorded message can be the key to unlocking hidden realities, the Mayweather case stands as a stark reminder that even the mightiest digital fortresses are susceptible to breach.